Welcome to Wise Old Goats. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified on future releases. Become a wise old goat by increasing your awareness and understanding of life. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book is incredibly helpful and will be very useful in any social situation you find yourself in. The book will help you to make more friends in an easier and quicker manner than you would normally. The book helps you increase your popularity, allows people to see your point of view, increases your influence over others, handle complaints better, and becomes an entertaining conversationalist. I will discuss the main principles and takeaways from the book in this book summary. Principle number 1, don't criticize or complain about other people. A great man shows his greatness by the way he treats little people. Any fool can complain and criticize, however it takes more maturity and self-control to understand and forgive. The fact of the matter is that humans are emotionally motivated and irrational most of the time. Our emotions drive our behavior, so it is understandable that we often act in selfish ways to please ourselves. The point here is that showing a higher level of maturity and self-control can come across much better than complaining about the person. Principle number 2, give honest, sincere appreciation. As human beings, we all crave the feeling of being valued amongst others. We want to feel appreciated and well respected by our fellow peers, to feel accepted within our small groups of family and friends. We as individuals want to feel appreciated, and so does anybody that we interact with. So when speaking to a coworker or friend, always make them feel appreciated by you. The word honest was included as you don't want to be using this technique as a way to manipulate people. Give honest appreciation to people, and they will respect you back, treating you in the same manner. There's a common saying, treat others like how you would treat yourself. Making people feel appreciated, does that mean over complimenting them all of the time? It can simply mean listening to what they're saying to a greater degree, taking what they're saying seriously, and treating them with respect. Making some jokes with them, asking them questions and showing an interest in them can make them feel appreciated by you, and they will treat you in the same manner most of the time. When people take others for granted, when we show very little interest in them and don't really listen to what they say, they feel unappreciated, and then a negative energy starts to affect the relationship. Principle number 3, arouse in the other person wants. Always consider the other person's perspective. It's always very helpful to have two perspectives on something. Two perspectives are better than one. This is so helpful in a job interview, meeting new people, or getting that guy or girl to be your romantic partner. Knowing what people want will help you have a deeper understanding of what it takes to have a greater chance of getting that job or making a new friend. In the example of going for a job interview, knowing what the employer wants from an employable prospect will make you stand out from the competition. The employer will most of the time want a self-dependent, positive and ambitious individual that has the qualifications for the job placement. So when going into the interview, this can be shown in your energy and the way in which you speak to them and answer their questions. In the example of meeting an attractive woman in a bar, knowing what she wants in a guy will make you stand out and have a greater chance of a positive interaction. Most of the time she will want to speak to a relaxed, confident and fun guy that can make her laugh. Approaching her from your own perspective may make you feel overly desperate, nervous, and will result in an awkward interaction between each other. Principle number 4, be genuinely interested in the other person. The best example of this is when you enter a room with a friendly dog. In most cases, the dog will start wagging its tail and start jumping all over you, greeting you in a lovely warm way. The point here is that showing a genuine interest in people will make them feel respected and appreciated by you, making for a positive interaction. Principle number 5, smile. Smiling has a magical effect on people. You can't help feel like smiling when you're talking to somebody that smiles back at you. Smiling is infectious. It can instantly change the energy of an interaction, making it more fun and positive when speaking to someone. Smiling can be difficult when you don't feel like smiling. However, force yourself to smile when in an interaction with people to have a better interaction. There is nothing worse than speaking to someone that is miserable, not smiling, and has low energy. You don't want to be that person. Principle number 6, remember people's names. I have made the mistake of forgetting people's names many times. Always try your best to remember people's names. Remembering their name and using it in a conversation instantly makes them feel valued and important. Remembering their name is like the most important word in their language. When you say, Brenda, what do you think of this painting? It makes them instantly pay attention to your question, making them feel that the question is exclusive to Brenda. Principle number 7, be a good listener and encourage people to talk about themselves. This is the easiest way to keep a conversation going, is by asking the other questions and getting them to talk about what they love. Giving them exclusive attention to them will make them feel important and valued by you, and quite frankly, for people like me, listening is far easier than talking about myself all of the time. This is great for introverted individuals like myself. Showing a genuine interest in what they're saying, asking follow-up and relatable questions, is simply encouraging them to continue talking about themselves. They may feel guilty by talking about themselves all of the time, however, by showing an interest in asking more questions, subconsciously says to them that, yeah, it's okay, I want to listen to what you have to say. Principle number 8, avoid arguments. Arguments are two perspectives that clash with one another. There is little ground to be made from arguing with another person, as the two perspectives will keep clashing. It is best to avoid arguments. Principle number 9, show respect to other people's opinions. Similarly to arguing, you're not always going to agree. However, considering their perspective and respecting it can help. This does not mean that you agree with it, but by showing that you've considered it can diffuse a situation from a very heated argument. Principle number 10, if you are wrong, admit it. This is a sign of your maturity level and self-control. If you are wrong, always admit it, be the bigger person. Here are some extra conversational tips that are not in the book that can really help you. Extra conversational tip 1, talk about emotional conversation topics. There is so much more depth and personality to a conversation when the topic is very emotional. Talking about something that is very emotional allows you and the other person to understand each other on a deeper level. Talking about how you cried when watching the Titanic, how you felt like Bridget Jones when watching the film, or how you met your partner for the first time, gives richer conversational topics to discuss. Of course, the guys will be saying, I am very logical and not very emotional. However, talking about your family problems, or you meeting a new woman on Saturday night, will have plenty of emotional content around this topic, and lots of details to discuss. Extra conversational tip 2, come into a conversation from an angle. Often the best way to break the ice is to come into a conversation from an angle, versus a straight line. Meeting someone new with a conventional, hi, my name is John really does not work out that well all of the time. However, making a statement or asking a question can really take the conversation in a new direction. Here are some examples of opening a conversation with a statement or questions. That was quite a football match. What about that goal, John? Should I eat the chocolate gâteau, cheesecake, or both? That's quite a painting. What do you think of the painting, Brenda? Coming into a conversation from an angle gives you and the other person something to focus on, rather than the mundane details, what your name is, and all the other boring little details that can be fleshed out at a later time. Extra conversational tip 3, provide an escape. People love to be entertained, so by providing a conversational escape will make the conversation engaging and fun for them. Gossip is probably one of the best ways to have a conversational escape. Humor is another huge conversational escape that people love. People want to be happy and laugh when being social, so by being funny, you will instantly be very popular to people.